Soulmates. Did you ever wonder if they exist? Is it just a thing that some people believe, or do we all have someone that exists for us? By definition, a soulmate is a person with whom one has a feeling of deep or natural affinity. This may involve similarity, love, romance, platonic relationships, comfort, intimacy, sexuality, sexual activity, spirituality, compatibility, and trust. In current usage, soulmate usually refers to a romantic or platonic partner, with the implication of an exclusive lifelong bond. It commonly holds the connotation of being the strongest bond with another person that one can achieve. It is commonly accepted that one will feel complete once they have found their soulmate, as it is partially in the perceived definition that two souls are meant to unite. The term soulmate first appeared in the English language in a letter by Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 1822. But this is in the more literal sense. What is a soulmate exactly, and is it true that we all have one that we are destined to meet? When most of us picture a soulmate couple, we tend to think of Romeo and Juliet, Tristan and Isolde, or Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, Bella and Edward, and the intense, impassioned, and whirlwind romance that defined their relationships and left us with painful, throbbing hearts. But while these exhilarating and often tragic love stories gave us a glimmer of hope that our own love stories could be just as enchanting, in reality, we struggle with romances that are lackluster at best and completely incompatible at worst. That's a sad fact. While some of us have gone through as many relationships as changing clothes, others of us have had sparse but long-term relationships that wound up ending. And finally, some of us have never had a relationship, ever. So what's the deal with this whole soulmate thing? And why do so few of us end up with the ideal partner or soul connection? What really is a soulmate? There are so many misconceptions about soulmates out there due to wishful thinking and idealism. Spiritually speaking, it is said that even before you were born, the name of your spiritual half has been determined. Each soul has a perfect match, your soulmate. Although most people think of a soulmate as a perfect harmonious union of bliss, your true spiritual soulmate is the person who is intended to help you complete yourself. Jerry Maguire was right. Soulmates complete each other. A person is unable to complete his mission in life alone. Everyone needs someone to help them become a better person. This is not always a blissful experience. Being in an honest, sincere, and committed soulmate relationship helps you to become a better version of yourself. You have to push yourself beyond your comfort zone, beyond your limits to find your better self. Even though we tend to think of soulmates as a symbiotic union, soulmate relationships can be rough at the beginning. They can be like two jagged-edged puzzle pieces trying to click into place. Sometimes it looks like you do not fit together at all, but soon, after a little bit of twisting, turning, and flipping the pieces around, you feel the moment of the perfect click. It's a feeling deep in your soul that says, this is the right one. Often soulmates appear in disguise. You might not be physically attracted to each other when you first meet, but there is a mysterious force pushing you forward that tells you, this is the right one for you. What is a soulmate to you? To most people, soulmates are thought of as people who stick by your side forever. And by forever, we mean your entire lifespan. They're also thought of as people who complete you and make your life infinitely better than it once was. While this may be true in some respects, in others, it isn't always the case. So what is a soulmate? In common experience, this is what really defines a soulmate. Soulmates are your best friends. They may also be your romantic partners. You can also have very deep connections with friends, family members, and animals. I refer to these as soul friends, but other people also refer to them as soulmates. Soulmates are your mirrors. They reflect back to you your own flaws, insecurities, dreams, and strengths to help you grow to the fullest. You can rely on them to be honest with you, completely honest, even to the point of not sparing your feelings because they care about you that much. Soulmates are your spiritual catalysts. Although they don't complete you, but they do help you to become the best version of yourself possible. Why don't they complete you? Because you are already complete at your core, and throughout the course of your life, you are in the process of rediscovering that. Soulmates are your confidants and teachers. Sometimes the lessons they teach are intentional, but often the lessons they teach are unintentional, and are a byproduct of your relationship with them because they understand you so deeply. Soulmates also make powerful confidence, helping you through tough times and inspiring you to do and be your very best. Soulmates feel very familiar. This is possible because you have spent many past lives with them. Something between the two of you just clicks, as though you have been friends and lovers forever. Soulmates often know you better than you know yourself. Therefore, they can empathize with you at your core level. Soulmates love you unconditionally. You also love them unconditionally. Although it may not be possible for soulmates to always stay together, it is possible for soulmates to harbor feelings of hatred for each other for long periods of time. Despite what they do, you still love them and they still love you. Soulmates aren't perfect. They have their annoying flaws, gross habits, and strange quirks, but they are still amazing people deep down. Soulmates aren't always immediately recognizable. Love at first sight isn't a myth, but it also isn't the way you can discover who your soulmate is. Often soulmates appear in various disguises in our lives. Soulmates don't always stay with you for a lifetime. This is an extremely harmful myth that I'd love to squash once and for all. Soulmates don't always stay until the end, but this is not a bad thing. We like to think that our lovers will be there forever because it is comforting and a sentimental thought. But sometimes, life has different plans for us. Unfortunately, the destruction of this ideal has wrought untold amounts of misery in people's lives that I have witnessed firsthand. Sometimes, soulmates are there for only a season, and sometimes they are there for a lifetime. But whatever the case, enjoy the ride. There is the possibility to find multiple soulmates, although most people only tend to find one person who they are deeply compatible with. I personally have never known more than one soulmate, twin flame, so I can speak from experience. But I have known other people who have claimed to have multiple profound relationships. Do we all have soulmates? This is a difficult question to answer because it depends on your level of soulful maturity. Can a reactive, materialistic, and self-hating person stuck in old patterns of belief and fear-driven world perceptions find a soulmate? It isn't likely. Why? Because in order to authentically give love, you must first have some amount of self-love. And in order to welcome the unsettling changes and ego dissolution that soulmates bring, you need to be in an open-minded, receptive, and trusting place. This is the precise reason why so many people struggle to find the one in their lives, because of their abject lack of self-knowledge, understanding, and love. So many of us carry this belief that someone or something even outside of ourselves will complete us, when all along the answers lie within us. Soulmates just help us realize this by opening our hearts through the power of love. So my answer is this: we all have the opportunity to find soulmates, but we don't always have the capacity. How can I understand what a soulmate is if I don't yet have any understanding of the soul? How can I experience the unconditional love of a soulmate union when I continue to hate myself and other people? You may or may not have the capacity to find a soulmate at the moment. I don't know. But if you're pretty confident that you do have the capacity, keep holding on to that confidence. Sometimes life makes us wait for reasons beyond our comprehension, but the reasons are always wise and for our own good. On the other hand, if you don't feel as though you have the capacity to find a soulmate at the moment, don't fret. As I said above, you can soulfully mature through the process of cultivating self-love, understanding, and acceptance. This will open the door to many exciting possibilities in your life.